Good pussy, good weed. Hot nigga, cool flow, cold drink. All these bad bitches trying to meet me. Eiffel Club, getting Eiffel with the team. G, double O D, L, I F E.
Right, Sessions with a Star episode. I don't know. We got Easy in the building.
What's the word?
What's up, Easy? I'm excited to have you on. This is like long overdue. And I was excited when you hit me up to talk about your new project that you got going on, and it gave me a check-in to like look at your album that you got out now.
Preview, yeah.
So you know when they say your friend be rapping, you be like, oh Lord.
Yeah, nah.
When they like your friend be rapping, you be like,
I never tell people I make music. Like people don't find out until they personally like. They gotta shake it
I
out
never knew.
Yeah.
I never knew. And but I'm excited for that because I feel like when I really went to Sessions, I wanted this to be a platform for Black artists showing their art, showing whatever you're working on, and just doing something that you love, right? I think that's what the great thing is. So you send me your music. I was listening. I had to keep playing it and playing. I'm listening. Okay. And you know what's so crazy? It's like when a friend that you know, I'm not saying like not famous, but right. When it's your boy and they playing the music, you're like, oh, okay. You're like, oh shit, nigga got bars. You're like, all right. So I was liking that. But let's get to the first thing. Okay. I was thinking in my mind, who is Paper Toucher? Who is Paper Toucher?
All right. It's like it. All right. I feel like every artist has like his alter ego.
Alter ego. Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like that's my alter ego as far as like a rapper. Like,
okay.
But he's only there like when I'm in the booth. Like other than that, like.
So that's like your male Sasha Fierce.
Right.
All right. You liking the Paper Toucher, and obviously Paper Toucher means you touching that moolah. Okay, you like that?
I mean, yeah, it varies. You know what I mean? It could be simple as rolling a joint.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like
I like the double entendre.
Yeah,
I'm not good with the words sometimes. Yes. I like that. All right, cool. And easy. Let them know where you from.
Brooklyn, East New York.
Nobody got to run now. Brooklyn is getting gentrified, y'all, so we are all still safe here.
Yes.
Feeling good. I always like Easy with your style. Right now, he got his shades on and your bandana. What inspires your style?
You know what? I feel like I got an old soul, so it's like I look at old fashion and like shit that people used to wear like in the 70s, like late 60s, and I'd be like, oh, that's fly. I'd be like, like I could bring that back and like add a twist to it, like make like more modern time.
Okay.
I feel like fashion repeats itself.
Absolutely.
So it's like we look at something like we used to look at niggas crazy for wearing tight jeans, but back in the day that was all you wore. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Like you look crazy if you wore baggy jeans. So I just be trying to take a little bit of everything and then like
make it your own.
Yeah.
That's really what fashion is about, is making it your own. One of the songs that I really liked on your EP, Life's Still Good, right?
Yeah.
Was the Roll Something.
Yeah.
I like the interlude because I like what your boy was just talking about, how he met you
and
your interactions. I thought that was really cool. But one thing that was dope to me about this, because I feel like every artist, especially like when we think about our Black men and when they rap, whether they rap, they play ball from the hood, from the streets, right? They got something that's special, right, about them. And this line that you said, till 2012 dropped, had to switch the flow. Then that nigga lost his job, started flipping O's, because Paper touching my mojo. I like that one. I liked it because it shows a little bit of like pain, right?
Yeah.
And this made me think about like Black men who probably come from the streets but still trying to do the right thing on like a 9-to-5, right? So what is that experience like for you where you feel like your back is against the wall and now you have to go out and forced to do something that you don't want to do, but you have to?
It's like, I feel like as a Black man in the hood, it's like we don't really have the time to like reflect on it. It's just like it's always like it happens, like, all right, we gotta figure it out. You know what I mean? Like do what we gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
Like as an artist, like that's like the only time like I probably get to reflect on how I felt in that moment. You know, so if not, you know what I mean? That's why it's like they always say like check on your Black men and shit, cause like we'll keep a lot of shit bottled up. You know what I mean? Cause it's like
we don't
wanna. It's not, and then we don't want sympathy. You know what I mean? It's like cause we.
So what do you want?
Nah, we men, but we just want understanding.
Hmm.
More than anything else, understanding.
Is that something that has been shown or you seen like in your family with Black men, of like with like suppressing what's really going on and not dealing with it?
Yeah, I was raised around a lot of mostly females.
Okay.
I'm the oldest. I got a little brother, but other than that, just a bunch of female cousins and aunts and shit. So I'm like,
okay, you raised by the gods. Okay.
Yeah, I was raised by goddesses, so I just had to have a different attitude. I didn't have time to be sitting there and like, oh man, I'm mad about this because I was my little cousin, like they all looked up to me, so I didn't have time to like really like cry about anything. I just had to figure it out.
Okay. When we think about your rapping career, because how long you been rapping? How long? I think you mentioned it on one of the songs. I forgot.
Since I started recording music officially in high school.
Okay.
And then I started taking it seriously after I got signed to this independent label after high school, and then that's when I kind of was like in like music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you have a younger brother, right?
Yeah.
And when you think about this rapping, because people have a bad rap, right? When we think about like people rapping, like, oh God, think about, the drill music, trapping, all that stuff, right? What is you as a rapper or as an artist in general thinking about like the younger boys who want to be you, right? When they see you, they want to look up to you. How is your music an inspiration for them?
It's funny because they listen to the music and then like when they like it's funny because when you listen to somebody's music that and then like you hear the rap, it's like, oh wait, like that's like this person.
It's almost surreal, right? Exactly.
Surreal. It's like, oh wait, this person like this is really like that or whatever. But I don't try to put too much in my like music as far as I try to keep it bland because I don't want to give the wrong influence to younger, to the younger generation because they easily, like their mind,
easily influenced,
right? Their mind's a sponge, so it's like they hear something, they be like, oh, like this is what it is, and just because I was able to do something and like master it or whatever, don't mean everybody's gonna have that same fate. So I don't try to like just blandly say too many like negative things or like things that's gonna like influence somebody to do something that I know they might not come back from, because then it's like I would be putting out the wrong message, and I don't want to influence. Like I got a little brother, like I never wanted him to be in the streets or nothing like
right.
that. Like
right.
So it's like I look at that for like my audience. If like I got younger fans and shit, I don't want them like do the same shit that I did. You know what I mean? I want them to do better. So
I think that's beautiful because, a lot of the artists that we have, and it's like, sometimes we get caught up in like, okay, that's just their music, right? They want to rap about whatever, but when you really have people looking up to you, I think it really makes a difference as to what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not just music. It's like your word almost becomes law.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think I like when we talk about like trapping, like Pop Smoke, rest in peace, or like Favi, right? Even though their music, right, can be considered, very
dark,
trappy, right? They're talking about a lot of things, but also, that's that pain, right?
Yeah,
right?
There's beauty in it too.
Yo, like I think we always talk about Favi too sometimes too. I really respect Favi because even though he from Brooklyn and everything, but like when you listen to his music and the pain and the music, it's like, damn, like he really came from nothing, right? So it's like now he on top. I don't think he really needs to like change who he is. I think that's what really makes him Fabio, right? And just being able to like, I went through struggles, I went through this, and putting that on the paper. A lot of people was like so much like criticizing him of like what he was doing, like, oh, he's mumble rapping and all this, and it's like that's really some pain there, right? If you really sit and listen to it
you gotta listen
and let it marinate. I think Lil Baby was the same. He was like, I can't even understand what Baby's talking about, right? But you really break it down, Baby be talking some shit. Like he really be spitting. It's like the pain. So I gotta like respect that. And speaking of like Pop Smoke, and obviously PNB Rock just died. We see a lot of our artists, black men. That's when I say artists. That's our people, and they're dying, right? Just in the culture. How do you think? Like, why do you think the same cycle keeps continuing? Even though we're not there, we're not in the celebrity light or know what's going on, but what we see from the news or social media, why do you think this keeps continuing to happen? These young artists.
It's because nobody want to break this cycle, and what nobody understand is that like when you make it out, like nobody want to see you back in the hood. Like nobody want to see you pull up in a fucking Rolls Royce, $100,000 worth of jewelry on while they still working a 9-to-5 struggle.
Should they still be coming back to the hood though?
I mean, I feel like unless you coming back to the hood to give something back or like something, like positive, you got something productive going on, you shouldn't be on the block.
Yeah, because I feel like, right, if
you surpassed that. That was a chapter.
Exactly.
You passed that chapter in your life already. You should be
I think
forward.
the hard thing with that is like some people don't know how to do that transition, right? You got to be like, yo, like yeah, I know you was in here. You still probably want to be gang and meet your boys on the block, but like now you're like a target now, right? Like people looking at you, right? So when you pull up, they not looking at like, oh, okay, easy man, cool. They look like, yo, how he got more than me, right? How he got this? Now I want to take that. So it's like I think it's
all that sandbox shit, all that shit go out the window.
Out the window. That's not your boy no more.
Different tax bracket, you know what I mean? You're not one of them, you know what I mean? Like you somebody else. So you just gotta be cautious of that, and just know you gotta know who really got love for you, who's really your family, and just who's people that just there that you gonna know in your life, and just be like, all right, I know that person. But at the end of the day, worst comes to worst, this person might not have his best interest for me, and that's what it goes down. That's what it all boils down to, like just knowing, like, all right, you know what I mean. People that were really around you, they didn't really want to see you win. It was just cool because you was around them, you know what I mean. But the minute you surpass that, that's when, you know, they try to pull you right back down, but they can't. So the only thing they could do is kill you, literally.
Right. Kill you. Literally kill you. I think that's like one of like the struggles when I see, you know, even just black men, just anyone who's like literally came from nothing, right? It's like you so attached to the lifestyle that you used to have, and sometimes that transition of trying to be better, you don't even know how to be, right? And now you in those new meetings, you hanging around other people who don't look like you, and they expect this of you, and you like, dang, like yesterday I was just on a block chilling with Popo and them. I don't know what name was that. I don't know, but you chilling with, you know, your regular people, and now like your life has really changed. So I think it's like you said, having the right people around you and staying grounded. Think about staying grounded. How, as you as an artist, do you stay grounded? You know, I always talk about going to church. You know, it's my thing. And how do you stay Easy West 11? You know, I be going to church.
You going to church tomorrow?
You know I am. You already know. Nah, we actually in person. We in person now. Like that's how long it's been. We in person. So how do you stay grounded? Like what is you? I know. I don't know if you're like really spiritual. I know you said your family definitely has a church background. How do you stay grounded when you're trying to stay focused, especially in the lifestyle that you're in and everything?
I detach myself from everybody.
So you go ghost?
Yeah.
Do you pray?
I talk to myself, if that's the same thing.
No.
I mean, but it's like, I'm not talking to myself. You know what I mean?
You talking to somebody.
Right. So it's like, if you want to say that's God, then, you know, I'll go with that. But
why black people be having a hard time? Especially the black men. They be like, you know, it's talking to somebody. They be like, whoever that G-O-D is somebody that I'm talking to.
Somebody got to get the credit.
Somebody got to get the credit. You got that right. Do you think God and rap music can mix together?
Not unless you Kanye West.
Only Ye can do it?
Yeah, I mean,
really?
I mean, like, not only Ye could do it. I've heard it. I've heard it. Like people, I think like Kevin Gates. People like Kevin Gates.
Oh Lord Jesus!
But it's like
that man.
Right now, it's like
y'all don't follow Kevin Gates, y'all.
Nobody wants to really hear a church Kevin Gates song right now.
Absolutely, I don't want to hear nothing from him. Like seriously, he needs to be stopped.
Yeah, he's on timeout.
He forever. Can we add him to the cancel list? Because I got a few guys that I added to the cancel list. The last one was Nick Cannon.
What's so funny is he was just like the most peaceful person.
We were literally talking about this last night, and he was so chill. I was like, wow, look at this black man showing his queen and everything. What happened?
He had the little Native American feather in his shit.
What happened? Like, he literally just changed. Yeah. Like, now he on his talking about swear to my kids. What he said? Like, what is going on?
I just seen one live performance by him, and he was going crazy. I was like, oh, yeah.
Going through it. I mean, it's just...
was that off the breakup?
I don't know. I haven't even really been following him. I just know that he was doing well, and then now I see, and I'm like, I just see like clips, and I'm like, what is happening with this man?
He's losing it.
Like, he's losing it. But when I ask, it's like not even like God and rap, like you're like rapping a gospel song, but like even like I know like 2 Chainz, like, you know, before he goes on and performs, like he's like praying, like he has like his like connection that he does, and he's still rapping, you know, 2 Chainz, he's still doing who he is, right? But God is just still his center. Do you still feel like that could be something that can happen, or that it's okay? And even though he doesn't probably live the life that everyone thinks is, you know, holy, right? But he's still putting God first. Do you think that's contradicting himself, or is it weird?
Like being a hypocrite?
Yeah.
I know, because you know, when they say come to church, don't they tell you to come as you are?
Okay, easy, you know, something, y'all.
You know what I mean? So it's like, that's he being him, you know what I mean? And if God accepts us all for who we are, and we still find time to, you know, tap in with him, then I don't feel like it's gone.
I like that answer. I like that answer. We think about your music influences. I know I asked you this week who your favorite artist was, and I liked it. You said Lil Wayne.
Yeah, I gotta go with Weezy.
I respect that. My brother's always like, man, I ain't no Weezy fan, but I really feel like
Nah, Weezy the GOAT.
I don't know about the GOAT. I mean, we're gonna say Jay is the GOAT. You know.
I mean, as far as what, business aspect or like rapping?
What? Rapping?
I mean, Jay-Z's a cool rapper, but he doesn't.
What?
But he's not. His
y'all hear this?
raps doesn't give me goosebumps like Wayne.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's so crazy. Did you hear God? Right, exactly. Because I'm like,
God did was not his best verse.
what? I thought he bodied
What's
that.
Free was a better verse than that. The verse
I
he had
mean,
on Meek Mill was
yes, that was a
way
fire.
better
That
than
was
God.
fire. But what I liked about the God did with Hov
It's
is
just that
like,
nobody gets a whole verse so often. So every time he puts out a verse, it's like, oh my God.
True.
He just.
But let's put it here. Hov is literally 50 years old. He must be 51 this year. He cannot be rapping about the same thing. What I respected about the
of course
art,
not.
his music, his rapping is so elevated, right? He's still giving you Hov, right? But he's just a grown ass Hov.
Right.
Like
It's
a
been that way
different.
since 444 though.
Absolutely. I think we caught him
that way.
cheating. He
Yeah.
he had to get his act
It's been-
together,
yeah, it's been
which
that
I
way.
respect. But Weezy,
But that's why I'm never that's why I'm not
That excited?
impressed because I like Blueprint Hov, like Black like the
Of
Black
course, I
album,
still
like,
play that
that's
now.
like those
I still
verses
play
on
those.
there.
Uh-huh.
Those are some of his best verses ever. Like God did, like I mean
I
personally
love that
for me that listens
verse.
to Jay-Z, I like I
What?
wasn't. It was a good verse. Don't get me wrong.
Maybe I was hyped. I do
it was
be
a good
hyped when I
verse.
don't hear him,
But it
and then he
wasn't-
just comes out and he just gives something. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my god, his voice is on him. Even when he just said Hov did, I was like, okay, Hov did. Wait, what happened? I was hyped, right? But even when I think about
And he just
Weezy,
has he just has that presence.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like that presence. So
Absolutely.
when he does something, it's always gonna be top tier. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
So
absolutely. But he's still a GOAT. I don't know.
Yeah,
what
he-
you're
nah,
talking about.
he's
He's still
definitely-
the GOAT. I don't know what he's talking about.
But he's the GOAT. But I mean, as far as greatest rappers,
For you is Weezy.
Yeah.
I still give it to Weezy that too because even though and for me I feel like Weezy on God did I was like I heard Weezy go
Yeah.
stupid on so many
That's what
other
I'm saying.
things. I'm laughing
he
because
gave that a light walkthrough. That was a light.
that was
walkthrough.
real light. Like he didn't even go hard at all.
He literally let Jay have his moment.
I feel like that was like Jay's out.
Yeah,
that was like
that was
Jay's
Jay's
verse
moment.
with
He let
DJ
Jay have
Khaled.
his
It was
moment.
like DJ Khaled featuring Hov. I forgot that Rick Ross and
I don't.
Weezy
You
was on
don't.
there.
I didn't know that they was on the song until I actually listened to it because anything everybody was talking about was whole verse.
Magic. Okay. When we think about like Weezy, my favorite like memory, I remember like being in my 20s and his line on 6 foot, 7 foot, and he's like,
Real G is more silent like lasagna.
but why was that like that line is so like
Because the G is silent in
But
lasagna.
wait, I didn't know that. And I remember in my room with my friends, and we were like really like sitting there, kept playing it over. And I was like, what is he talking about? And I just like,
That's what I'm saying.
then
He say shit that go over your head. A lot
But
of time he be
also-
rapping, y'all don't know what he talking about, so y'all think he's just
But
talking
then I
shit.
thought maybe
but
I'm
he be
just
really be-
stupid. Maybe I'm just dumb. Because
No,
like, why
'cause
did I not get that?
Lil Wayne's really a smart person.
He's very smart.
He's like he got straight A's in school. You know
All
what I
right,
mean?
well,
Like,
good.
he really-
Shout out to the straight A's.
Yeah, he's not he acts dumb, you know what I mean? Because of his
image?
right? Because he's a rapper, an entertainer, but so it may let me rephrase that. He doesn't act. He may come off as ignorant or whatever. Because
I think you don't really care to entertain people.
but
I think
that's the
what it
thing.
is.
He's just in his own world. He you know he knows what he's good at and what he's
Lil Wayne, walked so that Uzi could run? What is that how it go? I feel like that. Like Uzi gives me that vibe, like Wayne.
Right.
Not lyrically,
yeah.
but like just his essence, right.
right?
Like just trying to be. I don't really care about anything. I'm just like
Yeah.
whatever. All my friends are dead. Like whatever,
Right. And
you
then
know.
you see like Uzi striving like doing the weirdest shit.
Yeah,
ever.
but you know what's crazy? I never really. Not that I don't know Uzi's song. I just quoted one thing, but like I don't know what he's lyrically done that I'm like so impressed.
No, I mean, like, if we be honest, he hasn't.
Right?
Like,
Okay.
yeah,
okay.
it's not.
He's just
I
like
mean,
an aesthetic.
he's-
I feel
yeah,
like.
he's for the he's for the kids. Like, he's really for the
So we've
kids.
grown,
Like, yeah,
okay.
we're too old to like really
I'm
to like
27.
be excited about that. No, like we old. We getting old. We old.
You heard him say that?
We old.
He agreed with me. I'm 27. Thank you.
Right, you know.
But I love Weezy because I feel like my brother's always saying that Weezy's not in his top 5 rappers, and I always disagree because that era, like the 2000s, were like Weezy just really took over. Like everything you heard was just Cash
what I'm
Money,
saying.
Lil Wayne, of course Drake
Every
and Nicki.
remix.
They just took
Every
everything.
remix.
Every remix, like Lil Wayne is on it, and like he just always just went ham. So
From like he had like a run from like 03 to all the way to 2010.
Yeah,
Just
probably a little more than 2000, like
probably a
11,
little
11, 12,
That's
like
what I'm
still,
saying.
because
Mixtapes, just features, like he was
he
going
was
crazy.
killing. He was killing. I think I missed that. I don't
Right.
think we really get. I mean,
We
right
know
now
what
he
it
don't
was
have to do anything
when he
now.
was doing that. Nobody appreciated it fully up until its extent to where it's like till he
Yeah,
started
I-
getting lazy on us, and then it's like, oh wait, we don't got the win. It's like when he was going crazy, nobody.
I know.
Nobody was.
Even what was his latest album he dropped? It's not recently, but it was like
Carter 5.
something a little while. Was it that? And he had like the Shanti on there. They
Yeah,
had like the older
Carter
song.
5.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I was like hyped for it. I thought, okay, this was like really cute.
I actually really like that song he did with Ashanti.
I thought it was really cute, but I still was like, dang, like it was still a great piece of work.
Mm-hmm.
But I also was like, I miss Wayne. But also, like I said, they're all getting. They can't be rapping about the same thing anymore. But
And also another thing, those records on most of those records on there are years old.
like the songs he did.
Right, because they held that album for so long that when he finally got to put it out, it was really a throwaway because it's like he was been supposed to put it out, but
Gotcha. He probably was already like over that music
Right.
already.
That's why he's supposed to be dropping Carter 6.
Really?
Word. So,
Well, I'll be hyped to hear that. Any other music influences that you listen to or that you like go to, like inspiration before you're about to get in the studio? Is there anything that you?
I fuck with Fab heavily.
Yo, I haven't played. Fab used to have the streets down too.
Like Soul Tape.
Oh my God! Shout out to
Soul
Fab, like
Tape.
you're gonna see this, but shout out to Fab.
Always running Soul
Fab
Tape.
killed it too, but I haven't heard anything from him. Has he dropped anything?
He's been dropped. Him and Flex been at some like having some like
Funk Master
yeah
Flex.
little every
Where the
week,
bomb at?
every Friday.
If we
he
can,
drop,
if we
like,
can
some
edit a
shit.
bomb in here real quick.
Right.
He's still dropping one like on the radio?
Well, yeah, he got
Not
Flex
the
called
radio.
him out and was like, "Yo, you ain't been dropping." So like now he's dropping like a track every week type shit.
Oh, good. Where's DJ Clue? That was
That's a
like
good
his
question.
right hand man.
Yeah, that was a good question.
Like Fab and DJ Clue was like, that was the power like
Yeah, that's
team
the
right there.
dynamic.
Like he really had
Before it was Drama and Uzi, it was Fab and Clue.
facts. So those are your music influences there. Cool. So what can we expect from your new stuff that's coming out now? So your album comes out when?
February 3rd.
We gon'
Yeah.
say that, right?
Right.
You know, I always feel like artistry should definitely take its time.
Yeah.
It's hard. I feel like, you know, even I'm not a rapper. Well, I mean, I too got bars, but you know, I don't want to get into that. But it's hard when you're like just creating, right? Or even like writing a book, anything, like just waiting for that time when you think that
Right.
it's ready. So are you starting to work on any songs now?
I mean, I'm like 60% done. So
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. I think that's a good time
the
frame.
only thing with my work ethic is weird because I stopped writing. So
The same way.
so now it's like I have to like force
Make
myself,
yourself to do it.
Go to the studio.
I don't
and
like
actually-
that though.
Right.
I don't like
it has
that.
to happen organically for me. Like I have to just being like my engineer have to hit me up like, yo, sessions free, studios free this weekend. You know what I mean? I get that inspiration. I bet. You know what I
Why
mean?
nobody invite me to the studio? Like, why I could actually do
invite
some vocals on the background. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just there to be like Drew when you want. Like, I have things to say too. Like, I might come battle you.
We out to the studio. Then.
Thank you. No one ever invites me to the studio. I appreciate that. I like that. I think the studio will be fun because I think that will bring some like vibes in there. You know what I mean?
I might have a skit for you.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Look at that! I just book a gig, y'all, on my own show. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm feeling good. What is the difference from this album though? Because I feel like your Paper Toucher, that was the name of your album, right?
Yeah.
It gave me very like I'm free. It wasn't any type of like trap. No. It's like your own vibe. I feel like what how can you describe your music? Because it's not trap. It's not. You ain't drilling. You ain't saying A. None of that.
You know what's crazy? It's funny because on this album I actually have a drill song.
Do you?
There's only one.
Are you gonna do a video where you like doing your? No.
I might.
All right.
I might for the culture.
Okay. You guys will do things for the culture.
Yeah,
True.
That's the only reason why I did it for real. But
For the culture.
I'm not a fan of rapping on drill beats. I appreciate the music. Like I'm a big fan when it comes to like drill shit. Certain drill artists. I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of everything. But certain drill artists, I like their shit. But personally, I'm not that. That's not me.
I know. I could tell that that definitely was not you. Even like listen to some of your music. Even the beats that you choose, I was hearing like some piano in the back. Like you had your own vibe. It was very, very creative. And I liked it. I can tell that it was you. Yeah. Like you weren't trying to be something that you're not.
And funny thing is I recorded those songs in 2012.
Oh, all those songs?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why you hear the 2012 reference because it was 2012 when I was recording it.
Okay, cool.
only reason why it took so long for me to put it out is because I was in a contract at the time, and I didn't want to. I just was trying to get my paperwork cleared before I put out any music, so that way I don't owe anybody anything. So
cool.
It ended up, after I got my situation straight, I ended up putting it out in 2020. So it's been out for like two years now. So
What is LSD? That's like your thing.
It's Life Still Good. It's a brand that I started in high school. Me and Dula started it actually.
Okay, cool. Did y'all go to high school together?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We had a clothing brand behind it and shit, but it was just like a lifestyle, like a motto, like, you know, lifestyle good.
Lifestyle good, but then you kept putting a reference in the song, like life's still good, right?
Right, and then I just happened to name my EP Life Still Good. It's just like abbreviated, the same abbreviations, just different. Because it's kind of like we after that contract ended, we kind of like packed up the whole like LSG situation and like rebranded. So me putting out that EP was just like a kind of like a memory of like back then and shit and like what we did. And everyone was just like, yo, you should put it out because like a lot of people really fucked with the songs, and it was like, don't let them go to waste.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'll put it out, and I'll just focus on new shit from then on.
How important is it for you to stay authentic when you're like doing these, right? Because obviously there's so many influences in music that we see and culture. How is it important for you to stay true to who Eazy is?
I try not to listen to anything. I try not to I listen to the least amount of rap when I'm about to record.
When you're about to record, so
like if I'm like in a session, like if I'm listening to music before a session, it's probably like some R&B, some like random jazz song, some like this might be some Bee Gees, like, you know, like just some random shit.
Bee Gees, what's that?
Bee Gees, never heard of Bee Gees.
Like the artist?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, y'all. They ain't black, right? Okay. Nah. So don't, my black side is still here.
Saturday Night Fever. John Travolta.
Renaissance?
John Travolta.
Beyonce? Destiny's Child? Aretha Franklin?
We'll come back to that.
All right. Don't judge me. I don't even feel judged because they ain't black, so I feel fine. But I feel you. So listening to different things is helping to inspire you.
Right. So it's because I'm mainly just, I'll be more focused on the production side of it, because I really don't want, like, I don't be wanting my instruments to sound like anything else. So I try to like I'm real picky or like just weird when I like my beat selection. Like it'll be like you'll hear some like 808s and like some trap shit in it, but like
808.
the theme of it is like is trippy. It's kind of like, it's like outer space. I kind of go for like an outer space sound.
Are you like I feel like you're giving me like the male version Jhené Aiko type of vibe. Like you're like, I'm out of this world.
You could say that.
Alien superstar. That was the third Renaissance reference. Sorry.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
I like Jhené Aiko.
I like her too. She's good. What's your favorite? So you like Jhené? What other R&B artists do you like? Beyonce. He didn't say Beyonce yet, y'all.
Beyonce. I love Beyonce. We all love Beyonce.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Everybody loves B.
There's no one else like B. Have you listened to Renaissance?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love the album.
You love the album?
Yeah,
okay,
album.
good. Great album.
Great.
The album of the decade.
My favorite song is actually America Got a Problem.
Right, he got taste, y'all. He got taste. That's my song too. America has a problem. We should do a video soon.
You gonna do a TikTok?
Of course, do a video. Do you shoot video? Have you shot any videos for your songs?
I'm going to, but you know what's crazy? I did, but everything got like, I did a couple years ago, but like recently I haven't. But
haven't done anything.
Yeah, but I'm going to put out a video before I drop the album.
And can you also put the lyrics on your album? Because, you know, when I love to watch the lyrics. I like to see what the artist is actually saying. I really had to play back your songs. I was like, you see, I wrote it down. I had to actually go back. And
no,
I was
the fact that you have,
I was like, 2012, he dropped and he went and got the O's. I was like really trying. I was like, okay, I was getting the beat. I was like, yo, because he needs to have the thing on his. I actually can see the lyrics. And then I feel like for me, it helps me to connect with the music and the artist when I see your words.
That made my day.
When you see me wrote it down? I was serious.
I was like,
because I also was trying to find things like, you know, everyone be rapping, right? But it's like, what is your music saying, right? What are you talking about? And I think that's so important in the rap game, it's like everybody's just talking about the same thing.
Right.
How many chicks they got? How much money
Exactly.
they got? They high, they on lean, they in the club popping bottles. I'm like, yo, bro, you ain't tired? Now
Right.
what else? So I think that when I see the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
it's just easier to connect with that. And do you think that it helps you as an artist just like talking about other stuff besides the norm? Is it harder for you?
It's challenging, but I feel like that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like it's easy for me to get on the beat and just talk about a bunch of.
Oh yeah, I was
shit.
hearing you was talking about all the girls on you, the
Yeah.
pretty girls.
It's
You was
like I
talking
could-
about all this stuff.
I like to talk. I could talk my shit, but it's like if I am, it's gonna be on a different aesthetic.
I think when you say that it's difficult for you, I think that's like the side where you don't want to really like tap in and talk about those. Because
Yeah.
writing about your stuff, it's hard, right? It's painful
Yeah, it's-
sometimes to think about times where life wasn't always good, right?
Right.
But honestly, my opinion is that's where the beauty comes in.
No, it is.
Talking about that stuff.
And that's what I'm focusing on this album.
Yeah.
This is more like a personal album. Like the EP was more like a happy vibe, like just a chill. Like I didn't really open up too much about me personally.
Okay.
It's just paper toucher and
Right.
paper toucher antics.
That's always my favorite thing is like when I start liking an artist and I start looking at them, listening to their music, and then now they drop their album, right? Okay, we could get over all the getting turned up, and now it's like your second, third album, and you're still talking about the same thing.
Right.
That's the part of the artistry that I don't like because yeah, we need to know all your business, but like I want to know really what you got going on, right? I want to hear what's making you feel like you want to twerk every 5 minutes, why you want to keep drinking, why you want to keep smoking, like what is the pain, right? That's where the art people connect with you, and I think that
The development.
yeah, I want to see the development. That's what I'm thinking about Hov, right? When he keeps rapping about all this stuff, but you do see the growth, right? You see
Exactly.
the growth in the artistry. Yeah, he from the hood, but look, now he in board meetings. Now he's talking about he making these deals and all of this. How like wow, he he thought he was getting money then.
Right.
Wow, now I'm really in the bag, right? So I think that's really important as artists, and so I'm looking forward to hearing your new album and really connecting and letting us know more about who Easy is.
Of course.
Yeah.
If you make it to the studio, I'll definitely play some shit for you.
Not the second invitation, y'all.
Right.
All right. Well, thanks for chopping it up with us.
Of course.
Guys,
Thank you for
we will
having me.
tune in again. I really had my gut out this whole episode, but you know what? I've been eating. Life is good.
That's Lena Master Love Tummy.
Okay. No love here. Okay.
Lifestyle good,
Peace,
yeah, my
y'all.
lifestyle good, lifestyle good, yeah, my life still good. Shorty know I flow smoother than some water in a boat. Henny straight, now let's make a toast. She said, whoa, what the fuck I'm going